REED-BBS. Black Bert Sugar. Bachelors in Boxing Studies. Television. So, man, we got the homie, the local dude, Virgil Ortiz Jr. 13-0, 13 KOs. Be squaring off against Antonio Orozco, 28-1, 17 KOs this Saturday, August the 10th. Not only is it in Dallas, but it's almost literally in Virgil Ortiz's back fucking yard of Grand Prairie, Texas, like the suburb of Dallas where he resides. That's where this fight will take place. I'm really loving, especially as a Dallas dude, Dallas proper specific dude, Errol Spence, his last two fights have been in Dallas. Loving that. Ocampo, then Mikey, Maurice Hooker. Didn't like the result necessarily or at all because Mo is my dude, but he still brought a unification fight to Dallas frickin' Texas. I don't know if there's ever been a unification fight. I'm still kind of been doing my research on that for a minute. Still haven't found anything one way or the other definitively stating, oh yeah, this hasn't happened. And then we got Virgil, man. We got Virgil. Shit, like 2 weeks after Mo's fight, or was it last week or the week prior, whatever it was, Virgil Ortiz, he's bringing it also. And as a former matchmaker in the state of Texas, sure, we would have club shows. But what I'm proud of is the fact we got major fights like with worldwide broadcasts and shit. That's what I'm talking about. You know, EJ, the Ocampo fight was on Showtime. Mikey was on pay-per-view, Fox pay-per-view, like I think their very first pay-per-view. Mo and Ramirez unification on DAZN. And with that said, Virgil Ortiz against Orozco, that'll be on DAZN. Yeah, it will be. So I'm just proud as a guy from Dallas to see that happening, see it come to fruition. It's something you've always thought could happen and saw the talent base and been like, yeah, man, why doesn't this happen? Well, now it's happening, and that's what's up. Virgil Ortiz in particular, man. So his father gave him a very, very good fundamental base. From there, they added the homie handsome Hector Beltran into the mix during Virgil's amateur career. And as he turned pro, now Robert Garcia is in the mix. So they have a real good team. Everybody's on the same page. There's no egos. There's no clout chasing or give me the credit type shit going on. Like, they got a sound team. It's all about Virgil Ortiz and what's best for him. And what I remember about Virgil, he was a little younger, so I got into the pro aspect of Dallas boxing. You know, I like everybody else, you went to Curtis Cokes' gym. You would watch the Dallas Golden Gloves, blah, 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 build relationships. I did that. But then it got to a point where I was just focusing on pro fighters. Now, I had heard the name Virgil Ortiz all the while, but he was like almost 10 years younger than some of the guys I was actively involved with at the time. And that's to my detriment, because young homie can fight. Young homie can fight, period. But anyway, he trains out of Vivero's boxing gym. That's kind of like one of the Dallas, Texas version of like a Kronk gym or something. Pretty much everybody who's anybody has passed through Vivero's at some point, whether you were trained there or you just sparred there. You spent time there if you were a decent name fighter in Dallas. There's no doubt about that. Errol Spence, The first gym he planted his flag in and tried to build and learn was Vivero's boxing gym. I know for a fact that Derek James, Spence's trainer, he was still in the latter stages of his career, and that's where they met, was at Vivero's boxing gym. Luis Yanez, the 2008 U.S. Olympian, first U.S. Olympian from Dallas, he trained there at the beginning of his career. Roberto Marroquin, who was an alternate on that same Olympic team, trained from there. Just mentioned DJ, 2012 Olympian. And then you add a Virgil Ortiz into the mix. Like, they've had a wealth of riches, a plethora, a cornucopia of good boxing karma. They must be doing something right there. That's what that is. That's what that is. But anyway, getting further into this fight, Virgil, he said he's a full-fledged welterweight now. With the homie Jose Ramirez unifying against Mo and them having the same trainer. Virgil, he's like, no, out of respect, like, no. And I believe he said Ramirez was his favorite fighter growing up. So, yeah. That fight won't happen. And that's what propelled, or part of what propelled Virgil to just campaign at 147 exclusively. Plus, he's 21. Dude is like 5'10", 5'11". Like, he's got the capacity to gain weight. It wouldn't shock me if by the end of his career he hadn't fought at 160 or some shit. Like, he's got room to expand his body. And he's 21 again, like I said. But, yeah, he's in an era of good prospects. We got Teofimo Lopez, Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia, this guy, that guy. Virgil Ortiz is a can't miss prospect. Can't and won't miss prospect. Bank on him. If there's stock, I dare say put out most of your stock in him over any other prospect in boxing right now. Like any other one. Golden Boy, they're pretty much laying the groundwork for him to be the next face of Golden Boy Promotions. Now, I'm sure y'all have heard, like I have, Canelo's not happy that he may have to end up fighting Triple G next. And Ryan Garcia wasn't happy about being the co-main event on a card. It is what it is. I don't have a comment one way or the other on that. What I do know is Canelo Alvarez has several years on Virgil Ortiz, and Virgil Ortiz is better than Ryan Garcia. So in terms of being, and Jaime Munguia, let's put that out there too. Like anybody else Golden Boy got at their disposal, Virgil Ortiz is that dude. So he's the next face. Faux show. With that, so getting into the fight, Virgil, he's such a thoughtful, well-spoken, like he looks you in the eye when you interview him. He gives you thoughtful responses. He'll pause and you'll see him. He doesn't just, you say this, here. He'll sit there and ponder the question you asked. He may ask you to re-ask it or something, but he gives you something meaty. And when I asked him to tell me Orozco's strengths and weaknesses, he was like, well, his strength to me is his weakness. His strength is he has a good chin. He can take a punch. But to me, his weakness is he relies on his chin too much. And with that said, and knowing that Orozco is moving up to fight Verge, yeah, that's not that doesn't seem like a sound or sane fight plan. It just doesn't. He's not gonna beat Virgil Ortiz. In fact, I would rate, even thinking of Orozco's chances, It reminds me of an old school Robert Downey Jr. flick called Less Than Zero. Less Than Zero. That is Orozco's chances of beating Virgil Ortiz in Grand Prairie this damn Saturday. Tain't gonna happen. Virgil smooth, man. He got the feints, he got the counters, and that's what's gonna really be the big deal. His feints and counters, because Orozco, he's a face forward basic dude. And Virgil has way too much extra shit to his game to fall prey to that. His step back moves. I mean, my man, he's got the timing, the patience. You know, like he's gonna do something bad to Orozco. Just watch, and we'll pray for the man and hope for all that. But I'll be there. I'll be watching live. We'll be at the press conference tomorrow. Deuces. This is your boy, REED-BBS. BBS. Black Bert Sugar, Bachelor's in Boxing Studies. Televised. When all is said and done, there's nothing left to say or do.